Um,
Malapit yung camera ko.
Okay, here's the link. We're live now. We are live.
We're in.
Hold on, folks. Let's share.
Share.
I'm gonna promote it on Facebook. Yeah. How do you copy a link though? Copy. There you go. Hold on, guys.
Thermaltake. Oh shit. Ay, sorry.
I am back.
There it is.
Okay. Push.
Share.
I am back.
Share.
Oh, there. We're live.
We're live. Are we live?
We are.
Okay.
Are we?
A few more seconds,
Okay,
please. Few more seconds. Are people there already? Ba't walang comments? Hindi ko makita ang comments
So, share.
on Facebook.
Yeah,
There you
and
go.
it's it. Okay. Share.
Hi, guys. Alright, shoutouts to Tim Parker. Hey, man, what's up? And I can't read your name. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining the podcast. Again, it's me, Jesse of J.P Modified. Right below me is MadMods PC, Mickey, or Mikey, and Tantricmodz, Mike Samson. Hi to Declassified Systems. What's up, Mr. Declassified? Declassified ads. Declassified. Hold on.
Yes.
Mr. Classified. I gotta look for my little cell phone holder. And what's up, Andy? Thank you. All right, it's us three again. We're gonna be doing a little podcast. Today we're gonna be talking about the entrants or the entries of the 2021 Thermaltake CaseMOD Invitational Season 1. I've always been on the fence about the titling of this invitational because it's always Season 1 and the only difference is the date. It's a little bit confusing. We would have probably been on season what already if they counted chronologically. This would probably be what season
84.
Season 84, yeah, most probably.
I'm not sure, but yeah. Because the past years, there's like 2 or 3 of it, like each year.
Yeah.
Like the most was 3, if I'm not mistaken.
What was it, 3 or just 2? I think just 2.
Yeah, for sure. There's a couple of it each year since like what, 2015 or 16?
2016. Oh no, 15. 15.
15, yeah.
Yeah, 15. First champion on that was Su Chao.
Ciao.
And then second was me, I think. And then third was MFC.
Yeah.
It was being Su Chao. It wasn't a Thermaltake Invitational, I think. But I think it was, yeah. There was actually a Thermaltake Invitational as long as an MFC as well. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about this year's season 1. We have for this year we have
7?
we have 7 people. How many usually is it? Around 10, right?
More than 10.
Yeah,
During our times,
the most that I can remember is 12.
Yeah, 12.
12.
Yeah.
I think my time. I forgot. I don't remember because I don't recall the list being this short. It's
Yeah.
usually you have to scroll down. If you take a look, you have to
Yeah.
scroll down to look at all the other. Yeah, they kept it up to 7 this time. I think 7 is a little bit more, you know, interesting than you having too many people. I've been in invitationals before where some contestants weren't able to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think more than twice. So, for some personal reasons, but this time we're hoping that since there's only 7, that all 7 of them actually finish up the invitational. Representing the Philippines this year is everyone's idol, declassified systems, Mark Van Acosta. We also have everyone's idol in Canada, Sneff, Stefan. Sorry, Sneff, if I can't pronounce your last name. So it's Stefan Bulo.
Give it a try.
Bulo. Yeah. From Malaysia, we got Ahmad Safwan. South Korea, we got YG Kim. From the UK, we got Jason Sim. From Italy, we got Warboy, Franco Martinelli. And from China, we got Clarence Yu. This is a pretty steep, you know,
Competition.
set of competitors. Some here we know personally. Some we've just discovered now, but I'm sure that they'll be putting in a lot, a lot of challenge for everyone else. So we'll talk about first one in line, I guess, pretty much.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Stefan's build. I haven't visited these yet. So we're seeing now this year.
I'm seeing this for the first time too, so it's
Yeah.
exciting.
So we got what Thermaltake is offering this year. During my time, it was the Core.
P5.
No.
Oh, it's not
Was
the core. Is it? Yeah, it's Core X.
X3.
Yeah, the X ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
One,
X3.
yeah,
The
the
first one.
X.
Yeah, the first one was the big one. The first ever CaseMOD Invitational was the big one. The really big case that Suchao turned into Fast and the Furious. I forgot.
Yeah, the white and blue build that Suchao did.
Well, actually, no. It was
that it?
a different case. They just stacked it up on top of each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's why it was. That's why it was so big. It wasn't supposed to be that big. I remember that Suchao probably stacked up 2 on top of each other, 3. That's why it looked so big. I forgot the name of the case. Now on my time, it was the Core X3. Yeah. And then next it was the P1000, I think. Yeah, I think so.
Golly, I can't
P1000.
even remember
And then the
how
rest.
the case looks.
Yeah, and the rest. But yeah, to long story short, we're now at the P8. Now the P8 is a relatively
P8?
new release
Yeah.
from Thermaltake. I think it's only a little bit more than a year old, or less than a year old, probably. So it's the enhanced version of the ever so popular Core P5.
Core P5.
Yeah.
Yeah, Core P5. So it can fit a 480 radiator at the side. But now the Core P5 was only able to fit a 480 radiator on the side.
Yeah.
Natively. But now this one, the P8, they've added more support. So you're able to fit another 480. I don't know. I haven't worked on this case before. Another 480 at the top, or is it only a 360? I think it's only a 360 at the top and the bottom, and then you can fit a 120. 2 120s at the rear. This is a very water coolable case. Have you guys worked on this case before, or
Oh,
Or
no,
not.
I haven't.
No, I haven't.
yeah, why not?
Yeah. Why not?
Pandemic. I think it just released like a year ago, and then
Yeah, I think it's over a little bit over a
Pandemic.
year ago.
they haven't. I don't know if do they have it here in the Philippines?
No,
When they have,
no,
I don't
Not
think
in
they have
any
it
of the local groups,
no,
like building in it.
no. I don't
So
recall.
I'm not sure. But it looks like an exciting case to water cool because it like embodies the P series all in one, and then
Yeah.
you know the little things that they added to the P5, like the tempered glass panels on the side,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then in the 3D makers you can make those brackets, so you can put a couple of 360 mil radiators. So this is like everything, and then it's out of the factory, so it's a good one if you're gonna water cool a CPU and a GPU.
yeah.
But is it the same size as the P5 or bigger? I
I
haven't seen it in person
it
though.
should be the same size. I don't know.
It's bigger or same,
Yeah, it
or
should be.
just it's bigger because of the additional brackets.
Yeah, it's only a little bit bigger because of the extensions at the bottom, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually taller or, but yeah, I
It
think
Maybe we
looks
can
big.
ask Mark.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
He's
in the
worked with
chat.
both. He's worked with both. So
Yeah, because he had it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm assuming the base, the the motherboard tray area or the radiator or whatever, it's the same as a P5, only slightly redesigned because if you notice at the top or the bottom, there's a curve there. It's a
mhm.
beveled edge now, as opposed to the P5 being this flat square, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I think those are modular, right? Like you can, like if you want to, you can turn this one into an open air like a P5.
Yeah, yeah.
I think so. I think I saw it in a video.
Yeah, Ghost of M
And
says its volume is bigger. Yeah, the volume is bigger because you're actually able to fit more radiators there, as opposed to the older P5 where you can't. You can only just fit one
and I
Yeah,
think it,
360,
it
unless
also
one
you
has
like
40.
a
do
base.
mod. So
I've seen that they have some sort of base where it has a custom footing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So is the base or the this little pedestal it stands on metal or is it plastic?
I think it should be metal because
It's a
it should
heavy
be able to
case.
support the case.
Yeah,
Because
it's a heavy case. As I've worked in a P5 so many times. It's not an easy case to work with in terms of weight. Trying to flip it around to fix the
Yep,
cables and then turning it
you
back around.
really have to like go around it.
Yeah. So this one, I think it's a little bit heavier. It's plastic, actually. Declassified says it's
Really?
plastic. Hmm. Interesting. That's a little bit scary. But yeah, but if you did make it metal, though, I don't think it would make it any lighter. If you did metal, I think it'd be probably have to weigh a ton.
It's the same anyway.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
same case. But yeah, once you sit it down and you don't have to carry it, it's not like you have to carry it on your back all the time. So
yeah,
you
that's
just
true.
have to worry about it when you're building. But yeah, so back to the entry. Stefan's already posted pictures of. He's going with a gold theme, as I can see so far.
white,
So gold, white and gold,
white and gold. Yeah.
very godly. Kind of like.
One is always good with presentation.
Mm. Mm.
Sneff, I
There you
mean,
go. There you
yeah.
go. There you go. So it's white and gold. So he covered
Picture.
the motherboard logo. This is an ASRock B55 Extreme. So he covered it with gold vinyl. I'm curious to see what kind of texture this is, though, because can you see it's a little bit textured, like it has the vertical lines
Yeah,
or
yeah.
horizontal
Like
lines.
some kind of brush,
Yeah, is this the
something. I don't know.
actual? Is this the actual texture of the vinyl he used, or is this just because of what was behind it? It's interesting because the rest is looks pretty similar. So
It must be the vinyl.
yeah, so it probably is a vinyl. He did well with the Extreme 4. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you take a look at the
Looks
how
good.
how he covered the Extreme 4,
Wow.
the letters on that is pretty hard to execute. You'd have to
I
have
think it disassembled the actual
board.
layer. So
Yeah,
like the heat sinks have different layers of plastic and aluminum. And think
yeah,
before painting, he disassembled each layer and painted it separately.
yeah.
Just by looking at the pics, though.
Oh yeah, yeah. But no, I'm talking about the Extreme 4. The way he cut that out.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are really tiny, tiny details. So yeah, he covered also the
So he
SST.
made it. It's like it's not painted or anything. Like
It could be
from the
painted.
stock.
I think it'd be easier if it's painted, right? I think it's
Yeah,
painted. I think it's painted.
should
Yeah,
be
you're right.
painted, I think.
Yeah, I think it's not vinyl. I think it's painted, and then probably the Extreme 4 is a cutout, right?
Mm.
So that's why. Yeah, okay. So I don't think it's vinyl. All right. Really nice looking so far. So he did that. He did the same accenting with the Plextor SSDs.
Yeah.
That's such a small GPU. GPU, working with a big case and a small GPU. God, I miss those invitationals where I don't know if you guys got to that point, but the first few invitationals were sponsored by Newegg, so we had the ability to choose whatever we wanted from the store. But now I think they're more oriented on actual specific brands as partners, not an
Yeah.
online store. So Zotac is their partner for this year. This is a 3060, right? It's gonna be a challenge. I know modding is not about hardware, but aesthetic wise, it's gonna be hard to kind of balance things out because they're working with a huge motherboard, a huge case, huge water cooling components, and such a small GPU. So I think that's going to be one of the main challenges for this year's competitors, right? And plus, they're
Yep.
not allowed to put a water block on this GPU, which kind of makes the loop a little bit more shorter. So that cuts you down about two more tubes.
I mean,
So
yeah, you lose the extra tubes, and then plus the uh less space because of the GPU. So it's really hard
yeah,
to make it like make the entire thing look filled up.
yeah.
Yeah, like to
Like
make
what
it balanced so
usually.
it doesn't like get empty inside.
Mm,
So you gotta find a way how to make the design flow.
yeah.
Unless
To
you like
there's
Coincide.
too much
modify the case and
space.
make it smaller,
Yeah, I
just
know.
to
I
Or
wonder
like
if
make
put
the
the
anyone did.
inside.
GPU
I
fit.
wonder if anyone is. Have I don't know. Yeah, we'll probably, we'll probably cross that when we look at
I
all the
was
other
I,
ones.
I was actually browsing on the work logs of the other
Yeah,
guys, and I don't think anyone is
I
making making the case like smaller, just
smaller.
modding it. Yeah, I don't think.
Uh,
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. So right now, basically, we haven't see. All we see from Sneff is his updates on modding the parts. So far, so good. Basically, really nice. Let's say blending of colors here, white and gold.
for the SSD.
Yeah, that's hard. All right, so we're gonna go with Malaysia's Ahmad Safwan. Hello, Ahmad. So as usual, he's working with black. I'm wondering if he'll stay with black. Okay, black.
Again with the pictures. Nice.
All right,
I,
so
check, I checked out his Facebook page, and he does like custom liquid cooled builds with custom
distro
water
plates.
channels. Yeah,
Okay.
check out his page
All right.
because I just heard. I mean,
You heard of
I'm
him?
really not familiar with him when I
Okay.
first
Not
like
fun.
like like most of us,
Yeah. I
right?
think I mean me too, honestly. Yeah. Malaysia has a lot of modders actually, but the only
Yeah,
one we're really like in close
Familiar with.
familiar with is Irie. So
yeah,
Yeah, I
same.
agree.
Irie's never been in an Oh yeah, he has. He has actually with it. He's already been in an invitational before. I think he was up against Peter Brands. I think it was the same.
Was
When,
it after the ones you guys
yeah,
were
I
in
think so. I think it
the
was right
second one?
after. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So he's gonna be working with blue acrylic, or is this the film, or is this
Uh,
aluminum? Oh no.
yeah, not sure if it's acrylic or aluminum.
Oh wait, no, it's transparent. So yeah, so it's acrylic. But wait,
Oh, sorry.
is this blue or is this just the film?
Must be blue because there's paper like on top of it.
Oh yeah, true. That's true.
Must be blue.
Yeah, that's true. So blue acrylic. So we got that. We at least we have that.
Interesting.
So it's gonna probably be black and blue. All right. I want to try that. I want to try a distro plate with a different colored acrylic.
I,
I wanted to try, but they don't have mirrored acrylic on 12 or 10 thick. So which
I
is
think the only mirror acrylic available is like
3.
2 and 3
Yeah, something like that. Only the smaller
Yeah.
ones. It would have been nice if they had the thicker ones. I could do a lot of good stuff with that. But apparently, no one's thought about it yet. So this is all the updates we got from Ahmad. You just got a couple of show product showcases. The Thermaltake 850 watts. This is a titanium one, right? The one that has an LED at the side. I think it's the same one we've been running for so long. I think 3 years. It's already still on my computer. So good thing he chose the copper copper radiators. I think I noticed someone who chose the aluminum ones.
The aluminum.
Yeah, I think someone chose the
Really?
aluminum ones. But yeah, so at least Ahmad chose the copper ones. All right, so let's go back to the main page. We got South Korea YG Kim. I think I met this guy at Computex.
The work logs are more on the intro
Yeah.
part.
How long has it has it been since the start?
I don't know.
Has it
Maybe
been 2 months?
Less than
already?
2 months.
about
Yeah.
3
that's right.
weeks or something.
Okay, so yeah, there were not much updates, I guess, other than product
Yeah, because
showcases.
last time we had a podcast of our own with Mark, he hasn't received like anything yet.
Yeah,
Or
all he
it's
got
not
were the
him.
peripherals, not
He hasn't
nothing.
received the case.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, I received the case.
all the cooling parts and accessories arrived, but the case was he's still waiting for the case, so he wasn't able to start anything yet.
Uh, all right, so with YG, so this is the parts he's going to be working with. Of course, obviously the P8. The color of the fittings I don't see yet, but he's going to be
Everyone
working.
takes
Oh, there you go.
good pictures
Yeah.
so far.
So there's he's going to be working with the silver or the
Is it
nickel plated.
all ones or
These look like the new ones. I think these are the 12 ones.
12, right?
Yeah, I
12
think
ones.
these are the 12 ones.
12 mm.
Yeah, 12 because taking a
Stroke
look
weight.
at the angled
And
adapter.
he ordered the 3 separate 120 mm radiator, so I think he's going for the like the
Stack.
triple rad setup, but
Full rads,
Yeah.
triple
120.
120. I mean
Yeah.
triple.
That's actually a good
120.
approach, to fill
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's
I
like
would.
series, put it
Yeah.
in series.
I think I would have gone with the same approach too if it were me because it's the only way you can add more tubes to it by
Yeah,
adding more
exactly.
radiators. We see here that he's going to be using 2 distro plates. Oh no, 2 DP100 D5 distro plates. Actually, these aren't. I wouldn't call them a distro plate as much. I think
It's the
they're.
reservoir.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like a
it's a.
reservoir.
I think it's
Yeah.
more of a flat reservoir than a distro
Yep.
plate because it doesn't actually,
Like aligned to the
Yeah, it's not that it just doesn't even. It
the
doesn't.
CPU block and GPU block.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
more of a-
distribute anything. It just shoots
No,
over
but-
to the CPU or the
But-
processor.
Do you remember the thing that we were talking like before, but trying to cover the?
Oh
the
yeah!
extra-
Oh yeah! I
you-
remember. I turned that into a
you-
distro plate.
Distro plate. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Thermaltake should actually do that as an option to make this an actual distro plate. All you need to do is just cover one port at the bottom near
Yeah.
the pump.
But I think you need to open it up to be able to actually do.
Yeah,
it.
you need to open it up. You need to open up. I stuck mine with a 16 mm silicone tube.
Yeah.
It wasn't a water seal. It wasn't a complete seal, but it actually helped.
The water actually distributes.
Yeah, the
compared
water.
to just leaving it open.
Yeah, because if you leave it open, it just shoots out. It doesn't stop up until the second port. But yeah, I think doing that makes it an actual distro plate. But these are robust, man. These are really good. They're well made. I don't know if you guys. I think you guys have worked on this. I probably had my hands on probably 4 or 5 of these already. They're really nice. I think it's 10 mm and 8 mm and 10 mm.
12 or 10.
Oh yeah,
I think it's bigger than 10 mm.
yeah, somewhere around that. But 2 different sizes.
And because the quality of the acrylic is, I mean, compared to the ones I've used before, it's I think it's better. The machine.
The machining is really nice. The machining on this is really nice. And also the adapter to hold the D5 is aluminum, right?
Yeah,
So it's not just straight screwing into acrylic. So all we have right now is she's going to be working with chrome. So apart from the second color, not yet, but obviously he's going to be working with chrome based on the fittings he chose. So that's it. Just product showcases so far. All right, we go to Mark Van Acosta. Do you have them loaded up to the community forum? Can I show you my latest build? We'll take a look at that in a bit. All right, here you go. Mark as went already showed progress with the actual case mod. He disassembled everything. All right, so he's gonna be working with a white, silver,
Red.
and silver or gray and red. Okay,
Can be red.
candy red. This is a nice color. This is a nice color. Do you see the Plex Store logo? This part here, it's
Yeah.
candy
It's
tone,
up.
candy tone red. That's really hard to do with spray cans. You need a really good top coat for this. So you can't. You have to use like 4K top coat. So yeah, let me. This is a really nice finish.
I actually like what he did with the custom case feet.
Yeah, this one, the custom case feet. What are these? Are these handlebars?
Don't know what. Can't think it came from a motorcycle
Yeah,
accessories.
I think these are handlebars, motorcycle.
Yeah, handlebars.
It's other than that, or it's
something-
it's a
something
lightsaber.
from a motorcycle accessory.
Yeah, I think it's either a foot peg,
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Yeah.
a handlebar, or a lightsaber. But yeah, Mark likes to do that. Mark likes to do that. One of the mods I seen him, I saw him use a foot peg from a motorcycle. He incorporated into a mod before a long time ago. But yeah,
During the ESGS event,
I think that was
that was during
another
the
case
ESGS.
brand. But yeah, this is what he likes to do. These are really nicely cut. Even I think he needs one more. But yeah, so anodized red. He's painted the motherboard. I can see so many people cringing on the idea of painting a motherboard. First I seen this done was Paul
Yeah.
Tan, like probably 8 years ago or something like that. He did that with an Asus board. I don't know. I don't have any feedback though. And then another person I saw this do is one of the newer modders, Ronil.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
If you
painted his
do it,
cyberpunk.
Like if you do it properly, it won't be a problem in the long run. I mean,
Yeah.
the only problem would be warranty.
Oh yeah,
because-
well warranties.
If you paint the motherboard,
Yeah, it's out the window.
you can turn it back to the manufacturer once you finish painting it, and just in case something goes wrong, just voids the warranty.
If I
But
would do this, I would probably just paint it and then check to see if it boots before I move forward.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can
You
see
should.
how he painted do you notice how he covered the ports from other
Yeah,
case accessories, SATA cables?
yeah.
So we covered the USB port with a USB 2.0 port with an actual cable. The SATA ports are actually covered, and the audio port. So he probably killed. He sacrificed one of his cases
Well,
here.
It's actually easier than just covering it up with
Yeah,
masking
yeah.
tape.
I
and
think
then
this approach is easier.
Yeah.
This approach is
it's not
easier.
thinner also.
Yeah. Another thing he would have he would have made it easier was if he did like dead RAM and covered the PCI slots or the RAM slots, and then probably a dead GPU. That was pretty hard to find though.
The dummy RAMs.
Yeah, dummy RAMs. Yeah, it would have been easier. I think I'm gonna try this one day, but I don't have I'm not gonna do it on any client build though.
Without the heat sink, so they'd be like thinner, so paint can actually like go in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, so I think this one is a better approach. Yeah, covering them with actual case parts. So yeah, we already see the white, silver or gray. This is how Mark cuts straight lines without using a laser. He uses a table saw. He uses a table saw. Cheater!
And steady hands.
You cheater! No one uses a table saw. We can't use a table saw. We don't.
I
have the
can't.
space.
I think it's gonna kick back and hit me in the face.
Yeah. MM has a table saw. So that's how he cuts. This is a really accurate way of cutting a really thick acrylic, though. Easier to control with a table saw because the blade is a lot wider. So unlike a scroll saw where the blade dances around, but this one I think it's easier to cut. All right. So next picture we see him make the case a little bit taller. So it's actually taller now by
It's not tall enough for him.
about 5 mm taller. So he put a pedestal on the pedestal.
So that's the acrylic that he was cutting from the previous picture. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So here's
On
the
top.
brand. Here's the brand. It's either WSW or MSM. So that's the brand. So we gotta look that up if you guys are curious of what he's using. If it is a foot peg or a motorcycle. Motorcycle.
Well, he said it was from a handlebar.
It's a
Motorcycle.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
an actual handlebar. All right. So taking a look at the case now, that looks awesome. That one looks great. The white case.
Good. Yeah, and that bit of red.
Yeah.
That's the spot.
MSI and Asus are the only ones who have white PCBs, right?
Yeah,
Red?
as far as I know.
Yeah,
White.
Asus no longer has it. They only did that one time with the Sabranco.
Or color. With the GPUs.
Yeah. Oh yes, that's right. The GPU. Yeah, he did that. They did that with the 2080 Gundam, I think, with the white. All right, and then MSI with the mortar. Yeah, mortar with the white mortar, and then white PCB. I think they should really do this common. Your
Oh, what the?
your webcam
blinking.
is
You're
My camera-
cyberpunk.
you're cyberpunking. You're cyberpunking, bro. All right. So we got Jason Sim here. This guy has so many different names. Like you know, he was under a different name when we met at Computex, and then for a couple of months before that, another name, and then now he's Jason Sim. So
Jason Sim now.
totally confused now what to call you, sir. But yeah, he's a good guy. I like him. Really fun. Really easy to get along with. So yeah, he's one of the people we met. Had the pleasure to hang out with over at last Computex. This is the mod that he displayed on that same one. I like what he did with the acrylic
that
effect.
one.
This one, you remember this?
Yes.
So I like what he did with this. Something
With the waterfall
waterfall effect.
effect. Yes.
Yeah.
I like that too.
I didn't have any faith with JB Weld until I saw this because before the CNC I wanted to use JB Weld, but I wasn't confident. But then I saw this, so I think I'm gonna try using my JB Weld. I bought it it was so expensive and it's still unused, probably 4 years now. I haven't used it, but here it is, Thermaltake. This is a really good effect. I think this is mirrored acrylic on the background, right? And then he laser etched Thermaltake. It looks very refreshing. It's something that I would like to swim inside. It's like a lagoon. I like this effect. It's a really nice one. And this one is really interesting. A fireplace PC. At first glance, you would think it's an actual, probably like 50 or 60-inch wide flat screen. And then an actual fireplace, and then you see the keyboard, and then realize it's just an actual normal, probably a little bit bigger than normal case. So I like how he's introducing himself by showing past work with Thermaltake. Here's another one he did for Tai Chi, another ASRock build, Tai Chi and Thermaltake. This is a P5, right? Split into half, and then welded together or somehow. It made this case like so big. Thermaltake already has a case this
P5 or
big.
P7? Is it not the P5 or P7? It's the one with the extensions.
No, because the P7, I think, the extensions were separate.
Okay, so
Yeah, this one's actually on.
This one looks like two P5s.
they customized P5 with
And that's probably why he did the whole acrylic background, is to cover the other ports, or the of both cases. Here's a good venting option at the back. Tai Chi lasers. Oh, it's a lot thicker at the back. All right, makes sense.
Whoa.
Look at that. Oh no! He probably did this backwards. Hey, do you notice?
Oh.
Do you notice?
Yeah.
So I think he
He
did
used
it, but he
flat
built.
side.
Yeah, he built the flat side and used behind the case, and then because as you can see, the little steel rods that hold the tempered glass is behind the case. Oh, good idea, man. That's a really nice idea. So he's gonna be working with blue fittings this time around. The T1000 blue. That's the color of the coolant. So we have blue. That's basically it. With Jason, let's go for Warboy. I've been following Warboy for such a long time. He has this really crazy huge mods. All right, so he's gonna be doing a Thanos build or a Thanos build.
Hmm?
Okay, Thanos. That's gonna be a hard. Because of the shape of the case. What do you guys think? The shape of the
Okay.
case is
How, but
The Thanos figure. I mean, I'm not sure if he's gonna be modding the case, like totally modding it.
or he's just
So
gonna
it-
use the
Just
Color
use
scheme.
the case. Yeah.
oh, there you go.
Maybe
I think
create
this will,
the actual Thanos figure.
yeah, this will be some kind of diorama. I think.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be like a diorama or something.
This is a
Yeah.
huge Thanos figure, though.
Yeah, that's what I noticed at first. That the Thanos figure is like
Is he actually
Huge,
gonna?
man.
Is he actually? What do you guys think? Is he actually gonna use this size figure? Where is the
It's
rest
big,
of the?
right?
So
Where is the rest of the other PC going to? I mean, the other parts
outside the case,
outside the case.
all dead.
Oh,
Thanos came.
Oh.
Everyone's dead.
all right, that makes sense.
Golly.
That's
But
50.
it looks good too, because he like removed everything from the case, and that's a good spot for like a diorama thing, or like the expensive action figures, like from
Yeah.
I don't know, I forgot the brands, but they're like that. Have you seen like the Sentinel one
Yeah,
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
X-Men around it? Yeah, it's something like that.
Probably that's what you need. That's what he's gonna do. But I think there are points for you have an extra points for an actual working PC, right? So
Yeah, he's gonna make it work. He's been around.
yeah, I think so
Fine.
too.
It's exciting.
But-
He's a
says-
wild man.
Andy says he used like around 50 kilograms of filament.
50
That's that's a lot of kilograms. But I
How
think
much is a kilogram here in the Philippines? 200 or what?
filament.
Oh, filament.
Film is like 700
700,
pesos. The
700. Yeah.
1 kilo. It's like 1 kilo.
Yeah, but I doubt this is 50 G's. Come on, Greg, come on. So right here to
You
finish.
just when you 3D print, you just print the sides. You don't actually fill it the entire.
Yeah,
Like when you do figures, like it's only printed on the sides. And I mean,
the insides are actually
who does printing like you print the entire figure with
infill.
I mean, yeah, the infill.
Yeah,
Like,
the
Yeah,
infill.
it's almost always on the sides only.
Yeah,
But the
actually,
entire
in 3D printing, the infill does a lot to do with how the rest of the texture comes out. Because I field printed on I think 5% filament. I don't know, 5% infill, and then it had like these little waves because the filament wouldn't lay down properly.
That's filled.
Yeah, so I always like to keep my settings at least 20, at least 20. But for larger figures like this one, I don't. Yeah, Mike is right. This one, it doesn't have an actual shape. Like it's not a square or a circle. So this has little, edges to it. So yeah, I think you could probably get away with 5% filament or something. But yeah, the way he finished this, what do you think he used on this one? I think he used XTC 3D. The resin.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The resin that you have to put on a paintbrush and stuff, but he did it so well. This is probably to me the easiest way to get rid of
The print lines.
the print lines. Yeah, Mike is going cyberpunk again.
It's gonna be good.
You're being hacked, dude. If you don't know, if you're being hacked by some cyberpunk.
by, by Illuminati.
As I noticed, a lot of the builders not much work log yet.
That's
Hope
not
they
Mike
can.
anymore. That's this robot replacement.
Yeah, comment from Merrick Y. As I noticed, a lot of builders not much work log yet. Hope they can complete in time. Yeah, they will. I'm confident they will. Most of them will.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've done more than what
Yeah,
they're showing.
yeah, pretty much. But
I'm pretty sure of that.
work logs are usually funny
Yeah.
because you can see a lot of work logs coming towards probably the end of the third week.
Sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah, third, fourth, or something like that. Like towards like two more weeks until the end. Then you'll see a whole boatload of updates on their. Right now
How?
everyone's just gauging everyone's
Yeah.
talents. Right now it's
No, but before it's like it's a lot different. I mean, during your time and when you joined the first invitational, was it
yeah,
was it like that? I mean, like people were hiding their work or like,
It
but
was already.
yeah. The only one,
same.
the only one
Yeah.
confident, the only one that's confident in showing in showing work log step by step is Suchao. As far as anyone I competed with, Suchao always puts in like every inch of what he's doing because he wants to show that he's doing everything by hand at the time.
By hand. Yeah.
Yeah, so
During that time. Yeah.
during
Yeah. Yeah.
during during our time, I mean
yeah,
the invitationals that we were in, I think me, Vaughn, and who's it? The Thai guy.
Crow.
Crow.
No, Indie.
Indie. Ah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Ah.
we were
Yeah.
like,
Indie is in your
yeah, we
batch.
were
Yeah.
like putting work logs like every week. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
during our time, it's like we were busy posting like every week. So we always have updates.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think it's a requirement
So,
that they have to post like every week or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, so
Yeah. It is.
yeah, but it's very lightly enforced. So it still
Yeah.
depends.
So yeah.
It still depends
Everyone
on the
sees it.
modder. Yeah. It still depends on the actual modder. But we can see here. Let's see. What do you call this in Gundam again? Those little lines?
panel
No,
lines.
no. The one where you cover the those connections. There's a seam.
Seems so.
Yeah, so he's covering the seams with this plastic putty.
Mm.
Yeah, so
No.
so he'll get rid of the seam lines and then make it look like not 3D printed.
Then is that also glue or
This
it's just
one,
putty?
I think it's putty. I think it's putty. It's easier. It's TICTY. So I'm guessing it's plastic putty. Uh, what's up? Hold on. Excuse me. B, lagi pick up. B. Lagi pick up ang Maxim. Pwede ko pa ato dito. Isa mga podcast. Basta kibaw si Kevin. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Someone's picking up something. All right. Yeah. So I think he's using plastic putty. So. And now we can see Warboy fondling the crotch.
Yeah, being Warboy.
Yeah, so that's the crotch area. He's giving it a little massage. I think. I think that's Thanos' skirt. Yeah, based on what I see on the pictures, yeah, that's definitely his skirt.
That looks fun. Like building a Thanos like that huge.
Yeah, it's fun. Probably I
Looks
assume
fun.
it's fun in the beginning, dude. But when
Yeah.
you're a little bit closer to, like when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
when
When
you're
there's
already
time pressure, it won't be as fun. But
yeah when
like
you've already given like 200 hours to it, then it becomes less fun.
50
But
Gs.
yeah, this is a lot of work. That's a pretty big figure because judging from the way he looked, I haven't seen Franco in personally, but he's Italian, so most probably he's big, and his hand is that big. And then you try to get a size comparison with the actual figure, so that's a really big figure. That's
Yeah.
a lot of sanding. He has to do a lot of sanding
Yeah.
on this. Yeah. So here again we
That
see.
that, that FTC 3D that you put on top, you still have to sand that afterwards.
It depends. It depends on how
Depends.
it's applied. So
If it
some,
has like notches and stuff,
yeah, it levels itself. It levels itself. So
mm.
even though if you use a paintbrush, when you brush it over, there's just, if you notice that there's a brush stroke, if you leave it
Yeah,
alone,
yeah.
if you leave it alone, it'll just drop down. It'll just auto
Mm.
level itself. So that's it. I used it yesterday. Fucked up on that one, but yeah.
Can you get those locally now? Because before, when I had the 3D printer, I searched for that locally. There's no one that
Nah,
sells it.
I don't know. It came with the 3D printer I bought it from. I bought my 3D printer from a friend, and then he threw that in. So I don't know where he
Mm.
got it. So once I run out of that, then good luck.
Mm.
So I don't really use it though. I only used it yesterday. I failed because of the mixture. Apparently, my ratio is the ratio was supposed to be 2:1, hardener and the actual resin, and then I did it backwards. So 3 hours after, it was still like putty. It was still really sticky. So I had to throw away the print I did yesterday or the other day, and then had to redo the print and then. All right, so this is more of Thanos's limbs. This I'm guessing this one's his feet and some parts. Oh no, wait, no, there's skulls. Okay, damn, this is a lot of 3D printing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, a lot of post processing to do. But yeah, this is probably going to be part of the diorama. Oh, his gun. It looks like a weapon. Okay, it's a weapon. Looks like a weapon. I like how he's progressing though. He's put in more than everyone.
Nice.
He's putting more than
Yeah, that
everyone.
it's this is the most work luck I've seen from
Yeah,
all the
that,
other guys. That
yeah. So I think
He's confident.
yeah, yeah.
at least this one you know where he's going. So
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
This one we know
yeah, we have a
definitely.
vague idea of how the actual project will progress. So
Yeah. So we got our last one from China, Clarence Yu. So we got the usual updates. Pretty much right now is just product updates. These are just them complying with Andy.
yeah,
Andy's bickering. Hey guys, can you post an update? And then you don't have an update yet, so he just posts pictures of the actual products. So I can
this one is no update. So
yeah. So
we're gonna guess
I can
what
hear
he's gonna be doing.
yeah I can hear Andy's voice behind these pictures. I can. Hey bro, what's up? How are you doing today? It's I can see Andy's voice. I can hear Andy's voice behind these updates. So it's like, hey bro, how are you doing? Uh, can you post updates on the work logs? It doesn't have to be much, just probably pictures of the products. So that's probably Andy. So all these updates I know is Andy. I can hear voices behind all these updates. So, so it's Andy. So yeah, so that's all we got. That's all we got for as far as updates go. Again, this started a few weeks ago, so we don't really expect.
Till the how long do they have till the actual
I don't know.
finals?
Usually
Like
it's 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
Three
But
months
do they do will they get an extension this time? Because I
because of
mean
the
the parts,
pandemic. Yeah,
yeah,
I
and the
think so.
pandemic, the parts coming in a bit later than the usual schedules, or
Yeah,
I
there
think.
historically they never did.
Yeah.
They never did an actual. It's always delayed for like
extension.
probably like
So
2 more weeks or 1 week or something like that. At least the ones I've been in. I've been in this event like 3 times already, so that's more than most people. I think the only person who did this invitational more than once or more than twice actually is me and Suchao. Yeah,
You and Su Chao have
yeah,
the most
yeah,
appearances.
yeah. Because of that little stint they did with the MFC. So that's the one up.
You guys were like the subjects for the first MFC.
Yeah, yeah, that one. And
Then when
then
MFC came around again, you
yeah,
guys
and
were
then
in it.
we were still in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so based on what my experience,
Mm.
it's never on an exact date, because of how logistics primarily,
yeah, logistics.
logistics
Yeah, that's
primarily.
true. I think even said in the chat that they had to resend some of the cases because they were stuck in customs.
and then
Like it took long, and then they just can't get it out, so they just
they
have
just
to
had to
resend.
resend it. That's horrible. That's
Yeah,
horrible. I remember
yeah, it
Andy
is.
sending me about $600 worth
Hardware.
of hardware, water cooling, and then
Really.
he that's US dollars. So 600,
Yeah.
that's quite a lot of money. So and then
Yep.
customs asked us to pay because it was too undervalued. I think one whole box was, I think they valued it at $1 or $10. And then they kind of he kind of pissed off customs, and then they asked Thermaltake to pay 70% of the actual value as the duties and tax. And then Andy said, "Screw it, I'm gonna just send you another one and just have them burn it." So someone here is has Thermaltake fittings and stuff like
Yeah,
that. This
some of
happened
the
a long
customers.
time ago, though. This happened a long time ago, though. It's never happened again. So yeah, so I think Andy has a little bit more experience with shipping to Philippines now. So you don't really overly undervalue like a
Yeah,
20-ton box and value it at $10.
you
Yeah,
get
so,
pissed off by that.
yeah. So the toughest part, though, the toughest part is getting the parts over to the Philippines when you're part of the invitational,
Yeah,
because those
because
are
they
high
come with
value.
rope.
Yeah, they send you like the motherboard, the whatever,
Uh-huh.
and then as like one package, and that was
Mm,
hard. I remember at my time it was sent from Newegg, so
mm.
and then those were two GPUs. I worked with two GPUs, two 980s, 7700K or 6600K. But it was the highest i7 at the time, power supply. But yeah, it was $2,500 worth
Hardware.
of hardware, and then here in the Philippines, you're only allowed like 500. So we had to pay up to our nose with that. Yeah,
Golly.
yeah, we paid like tax of 20,000, 25,000 at the time. Yeah,
Ah, that's a
so
lot.
I had to pay for that, but we eventually got it back though, but uh, because we won. But if we didn't win, I would have probably bugged Andy to give me a refund on that. But but now, yeah, I think it's always hard. It's always hard with these, you know, getting stuff over. I can feel Andy's pain. So Andy, you're doing a good job. All right. So you guys have any comments of on any updates with with the progress? I know there's not a lot of products, but who among you guys uh, I'm talking to the people at the chat. Who are you guys rooting for? Be honest. I know you guys are probably all friends, but if you have a personal favorite, who are you rooting for?
Yeah, it's all right.
Show us your true selves. I'm rooting for. Okay, I'm gonna root for now. I don't want to influence anyone, but yeah, we're rooting for someone. You probably guys know who we're rooting for. Us three.
We all have a horse in the race. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Tim Parker there, outright is rooting for Declassified. Okay. A lot of people are rooting for.
Guy.
A lot of people are rooting for Mark because of, well,
Have you seen the predictions?
yeah, the predictions is like a landslide, dude. It's like Duterte in the elections, landslide. But yeah, and again, it's not because of popularity or because Philippines just has a big fan base. It's because a lot of people do actually do root for Mark on this one because he puts out. But again, a lot of people don't realize that this is, again, Mark has to swim out of his comfort zone for this, because this is not going to be a regular declassified systems build. This is going to be extra classified, extra declassified. So that's why everyone's rooting for Mark, because if he can pull off amazing builds on a regular basis, then I wonder what he can do with
Yeah, yeah.
with it.
That's what makes it interesting on his
Yeah,
part.
on
Like
a
me too. I'm excited to see what he's gonna do.
on a competition scene. So
Yeah.
it's always different because yeah, we see him build regularly really nice builds. But again, this is a modding competition or a modding tournament, so it's a totally different flavor of the soup that you have to
Plus,
swallow.
you're head to head with great modders from different countries,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that adds up more fun to it.
So we're gonna see a really good showdown between two of our two no two or three very similar building styles. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna mention I'm not gonna mention any
yeah,
names,
it's
but
three. It's like two or three.
yeah, two or three building styles, and then yeah, and then one really different
Boy.
building style. Yeah, with Warboy. Warboy's gonna be causing
I'm guessing
a
the I'm guessing
Warboy.
the only one that's
Yeah,
gonna be
Warboy's gonna be causing a lot of trouble or a lot of problems for everyone.
Yeah.
I think Warboy, honestly,
When he starts painting stuff, he's really good with the
yeah,
paintbrush
yeah.
too.
Warboy's
Fabrication and
gonna be
stuff.
causing a lot of headaches for the co-competitors. It's
But
like,
he's built for stuff like this,
mm-hmm,
invitationals, and
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
yeah. I
he
was with them
shines.
when I was with them during the MSI Pro mod, so it's like
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I was
That's when
competing
I first saw him too.
that was the
like
time he did that big scorpion thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
all
Um,
metal,
all metal. Yeah, you can't.
molded,
Yeah, so
alien.
so I think a
Alien
Warboy.
warship.
But Warboy is just gonna cause a lot of headaches for everyone on this one. It's like putting Suchao in
Mm.
like in a whole set of different types of builders, like probably me, Mike, you, and then who else? It's like a different kind of
Different
modding.
beast.
Yeah, it's a different beast. That's going to be really hard. So I can see, but based on the list, I already have not my predictions on who's winning, but the caliber of competition is going to be really nice. But again, Warboy is different. He's going to, yeah, he's gonna. This is his territory. So Mark has a lot of Mark, Sneff, Ahmad, Mr. Kim, Clarence has a lot of you know they have a lot of competition with Warboy because again this is a modding competition, so there's a lot to do with art.
And not to mention the Chinese guy because he's from the team.
Oh
What's the
yeah,
name?
that Fox.
Fox? Yeah, from China.
Yeah, that one
So
too. So
they have their own
yeah,
factory. I mean,
wasn't this guy
all the resources
part of the
available. It's
actual
like
team when you guys did that thing with cyber mods?
yeah, cyber mods.
He was there too,
IT.
right? He was one of
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
I
Was he?
think the one that joined was the actual owner,
Oh yeah,
the boss.
oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was the owner. Yeah, it
Ah,
was the owner.
he was the actual. I think he was the actual owner of
Yeah.
the company, or one of.
Yeah. Or see Josh, remember Josh?
Yeah.
The
Steve
original.
John,
The
the original,
original. Yeah, so
the mother of the mother.
more like Mike and Steve keep reminding his stream to vote. Who's Mike and Steve? Who's Steve? Who's a modder that's Steve? I know.
Steve Harvey.
Steve. Oh, declassified. Yeah, he remembers Josh. Yeah, he remembers Josh. Oh, Mike. Yeah, Mike. Thermal
Like,
Mike. Thermal Mike.
yeah.
Thermal Mike. Okay, Thermal Mike. Steve from TT. Who's Steve from TT? You guys met Steve from TT? I don't think so. I haven't met him. I don't remember a Steve. There's only a few
You
names
might.
I remember. Kenny.
Mm,
There's Andy, of course.
right.
There's Joseph. There's Joseph's no longer vice president. I think. There's a lot of other people. There's Leo. Was Leo. There's so many names, but I don't remember Steve. Oh, streams with Mike from the US 18. Gamers next is Steve. No. That's Stephen. I spoke to him so many times before. I remember when Gamers Nexus was so small that he wanted to do an article about my power supply covers.
Oh,
Yeah, he PM'd me a long time ago. It was probably 2014 or 2000, yeah, 14. That I wonder if I could do an article on your power supply covers and stuff like that. And I said, yeah, sure. And it never happened though. But
yeah.
now Gamers Nexus is so huge. So
Yeah, they're huge.
that's a testament to you know to something that you if you actually just keep doing something because you like it, it'll get somewhere eventually. So
Oh, it's 2014. Wow.
yeah, this was 2014, around 2014, just around the era of where I started to make power supply covers. I think
And it's like
2013, 2014.
2021. They're like one of the biggest
Yeah.
media outlets out there. So
Yeah, it was before. He used to lurk on Dirty South PC mods, and then
yeah,
yeah,
so,
Nick Blackwell's page. I was
yeah.
active, very active at that time too. So, and then he messaged me about doing an article on like how I do my mods and stuff like that. Never happened, but yeah, I can just remember it being so small, but eventually blew up into something really big. But yeah, this was going to be an interesting Thermaltake CaseMOD Invitational. Smaller group of people this time around. Us three being Filipinos, we're happy that Philippines is still on consistently. I don't think there's an invitational that never had Philippines. Do you remember one not having Philippines?
We actually don't run out of modders. So
Yeah, there's more.
I was actually wondering why
Thailand.
the Thailand, yeah,
Yeah, they
exactly
didn't
why
run out actually. They said
we
no
wonder.
this time. They actually just said no.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, as far as I remember, I think they
Who
said
who
no.
was the one that was chosen?
I don't know
Ben.
who was chosen, but I think this time around they said no. They wanted to give chance to the other countries.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be
yeah,
thankful.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, so Philippines has always been no actually the first one there was no Philippines. The
What's
first
the oh,
the first one where Suchao took the cake. First one, the very first one. It was only USA. For USA, it was Nick Blackwell.
Mm.
Thailand, Suchao, obviously. Um, who's the other guy? That one. Matthew Military Mods.
the
Yeah.
Matthew?
And Stewart. That was where Stewart was in first too. Stewart was on the first.
The first one.
Yeah.
I was thinking that the first one was the ones you were with.
No,
You
that
were
was the
in.
second one. That was the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's season 2.
Yeah, season two. The one I was in was season two, but actually it was still season one because it started early in the year. This is why the naming scheme is really hard. So yeah. Oh yeah, Jonathan. Wait, Jonathan Garlett.
That one.
Oh yeah,
He
he's
was on the
the
first.
Jonathan was that.
for Canada.
Yeah, Jonathan was part. Wait, hold on. No, Jonathan was with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were on the same
Yeah,
season,
Jonathan was with
and
me.
you're for Philippines. Jonathan is
Is in
Filipino, but he's representing Canada.
Yeah, he was Canada at that time.
Mhm.
But yeah,
same,
but yeah,
same as ours, like me and Vaughn.
yeah. You and Vaughn. He was with
Philippines
for
was
Japan.
And you are
countries,
Philippines.
different countries.
We never do run out of modders.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that no one from USA is taking part. They probably ran out. I know there's a lot of modders. Mark Molela was already part of it, or
Mhm.
was he?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he was with that arcade one. Who else? Who was another USA modder? There's too
During
many.
your time, Mikey.
yeah, Ron.
Ron, yeah, Ron
Ron
was
only,
twice. Ron
yeah.
was there twice. I competed with Ron one time too. Uh, yeah. So yeah, we had Ron, Mark. Who else? But yeah, I wonder why USA. No USA this time. No USA. So a lot of. So there's no Thai. There's no USA.
But really, there isn't like a lot of modders from the US. I don't know.
There's actually a lot. There's actually a lot.
Right?
Yeah, there's actually a
I
lot.
know the old school guys, but the new ones, look, there's not so many new ones.
Yeah, no,
Like,
yeah, newer ones, no. Jason, God bless his soul, was a U.S. modder. Jason
mm,
Pierce.
yeah, yeah.
Who else? There's a lot actually. There's a lot. There's this guy who owns the modding mod zoo Dwayne Carroll.
Phelan, yeah, Phelan.
Yeah, he can still
Other
mod.
guy used to work with Gigabyte.
There's mod my mods guy. There's this Kevin Tabor. Diba?
Mm,
He can.
yeah, yeah.
There's actually a lot of them. There's actually pretty deep well. I think they have more there than we have here in the Philippines. Noticeable ones. We just can't, nothing just comes out of our minds right now because their kind of work is different. Also, they like to.
Yeah.
They're more on the that's what do you call that? I don't know how to describe it, but their type of modding is different.
They're more like classy in a way.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there's this guy, Brian Carter. Oh yeah, no, he was already there. He was already. There's a lot. There's a lot of USA modders. I think more than the Philippines. But Timmy, yeah, Ben too. Ben can, but
Yeah,
Ben was already in a
thank you.
Ben was already in a invitational, right? Or was he? I think he already was part of
I'm
Thermaltake.
not sure.
Yeah, I think he entered too. I think he. Yeah. BS Mods, Bob Stewart. Yeah. Bob Stewart never. Never. He's never been part of.
Stewart is Bisaya now.
Yeah, but Bob Stewart is Filipino. You guys do not mistake Bob Stewart as an American.
Yeah, we're taking him now.
He's Bisaya now. He's Filipino.
You know Chappelle's racial draft.
Yeah. Yeah, he's half Filipino, half American. Uh,
We're taking Bob Stewart. You guys can take. Who do we give away?
yeah, who do we give
Uh,
away? RK.
Okay, yeah. You guys take
Oh,
okay.
you change citizenship. You become an American now. Continue your passion with the WWE. You're closer to the headquarters now. So yeah. Hey Sid, shout outs to Sid Haleko, the Haleko guy. But yeah, we don't have much to talk about actually with the updates. Hopefully, we can do another podcast when there's
Yeah,
a
with
little
more
when there's
updates
more
on the
updates, when there's
club.
more exciting stuff going on with the CaseMOD Invitational. Right now, it's a little bit dry because we're probably on the third or fourth week, and since it
They just
started,
got the cases and stuff.
yeah, they
So
just got the cases, and then there's not really much to update. But probably right now they're in the planning stages. So, me as a modder, I would probably plan something and start
yeah,
working on it after the like. There's only when there's like 2 weeks left. Yeah, that's
It's
the way.
always the case when we do
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I think Mike does that.
seriously.
I think both of you do that too. I think only the remaining 2 weeks. Like you get
Feel that.
you like you get 8 weeks, but then you start working on the sixth week, and then yeah, that's I think what we do. I think that's what we do. We never want to finish first, or we never want to be part of of whoever runs the fastest in a marathon. We just we're there for the long haul. So
Yeah.
yeah. Hopefully we can do another podcast when there's a little bit more progress on the work logs, because this is an exciting thing. This is an exciting event for modding, because this is there are only two modding competitions this big offered
Yeah.
offered globally. So this is one of them, and then sadly right now it's a small batch of people, because again this is an invitational. It's not open to everyone who wants to you know to join. But then again, it's a competition, and then this is healthy for modding because it gives hope, or it gives light to the modding scene, keeping the fire burning, pretty much. So Merrick says, I'm waiting to see all the liquid tube bends on their final build. Yeah, everyone is.
It will be amazing.
Yeah, everyone is.
Yeah.
But I think there's an idea that Mark would have benefited from what? Who was that guy again? Clarence or Korea, the one with the multiple radiators. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mark would have benefited from that too, since he likes to play with tube routes and tube bends. He probably just should have ordered more than one radiator for this.
Yeah. Fill the gap with uh with
Yeah.
the graphics card not having a water
Yeah,
block.
without
Or
yeah. So
allowed.
he could have just added like like a 120 radiator or something. So just so you can have tubes running on that area. But yeah,
And
again,
he'll figure it out.
yeah, he'll figure it out. He's a pro. Yeah. So again, that's all we have for today, basically, because not much to talk about in terms of progress. Not much progress now, but we're hoping to see this, do this podcast again with a little bit more subjects to talk about. Since since hopefully, like probably 3-4 weeks from now, we'll have more. Hopefully, Andy will, invite us again for another podcast
Yeah.
to talk about everyone's progress, because that by then probably we'd have more interesting updates. Right now, the only one who put in a lot of work is probably Warboy, and probably Mark second, because he actually disassembled the case. Yeah, and then Stefan did a little bit
With the
with the motherboard and stuff like that. But hopefully we have a little bit more progress on
We'll have
this
more next time for that's for sure.
podcast. But right now, welcome to 2021's Thermaltake CaseMOD Invitational. I hope everyone's going to be paying attention to what everyone has in store for everyone.
Yeah.
This is going to be an exciting development. So that's basically it. So you guys have any questions before we drop away? We drop the mic. There's 3, 2, 1. Okay, no more questions. Bye. Alright.
Well, we gotta thank Thermaltake.
Yeah, yeah.
Amidst everything that's going on globally, they still managed to like pull one of the invitationals off. So thank you, Thermaltake, for that.
Thank
So
you.
and for everyone who's tuned in right now, if you guys can share this live stream or the voting pages from Thermaltake, because that helps them a lot as well with what they're doing. So let's just give and take.
How
If
old
you're
are
interested in
you?
modern,
How old are you, JC Palacio? I am above 40, but my mentality is 15. So, yeah, mod on. Thank you for all your support. All right, guys.
Yep.
See you guys on the next podcast. Hopefully, we have more to talk about.
Yep.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Thermaltake. We
Thank
love
you,
you. Thank you
Andy.
forever.
Hello, hello.
Hello, bye bye.